For years, the Tesla Model Y has been one of the most talked about vehicles on the road. It's been praised for its technology, its performance, and especially its safety. But now there's a new question everyone is asking. If Tesla updates the Model Y for 2027, could it become even safer than before? And if a serious crash happens at highway speeds, how well would it really protect the people inside? That's exactly what we're exploring today, because while flashy features and giant touchscreens get most of the attention, none of that matters in the split second when a collision becomes unavoidable. What matters is what happens to the structure of the vehicle, how energy is managed, and whether the occupants walk away. Now, before we begin, there's something important to clarify. As of today, official crash test results for a 2027 Tesla Model Y do not exist. No independent safety organization has published verified crash data for a 2027 model. So rather than inventing ratings or outcomes, we'll look at what has made previous Model Y versions among the safest vehicles ever tested, and what that could mean for a future 2027 version. And trust me, one particular design advantage gives the Model Y a safety edge that many traditional vehicles simply can't match. When most people think about crash safety, they imagine airbags exploding from every direction. But the story actually begins long before the airbags deploy. The first line of defense is the vehicle's structure. One reason the Model Y has consistently performed well in safety testing is its rigid passenger safety cell. During a crash, engineers want the front and rear sections of the vehicle to absorb as much impact energy as possible while keeping the cabin intact. The less intrusion into the passenger compartment, the better the chances of avoiding serious injury. Tesla's approach has always focused heavily on this principle. And here's where things get interesting. Unlike conventional gasoline vehicles, the Model Y doesn't have a large engine block sitting in front of the driver. That empty space creates a larger crumple zone. In a frontal collision, engineers have more room to manage impact forces before they reach the occupants. That may sound like a small detail, but in crash safety, inches matter a lot. Imagine two vehicles traveling at highway speed. The moment they collide, the energy involved is enormous. The challenge is not stopping the vehicle instantly. The challenge is slowing down the occupants as gradually as possible. Every extra fraction of a second helps reduce forces on the human body. That's where those extended crumple zones become incredibly valuable. But structural strength alone isn't enough. What happens inside the cabin can be just as important. Previous Model Y safety evaluations showed impressive occupant protection thanks to carefully calibrated airbags, seatbelt pretensioners, and restraint systems designed to work together during a crash event. Modern safety systems are incredibly complex. Sensors measure impact angles, crash severity, occupant position, and other variables in milliseconds. The goal is simple. Deploy the right protection at exactly the right moment. Too early can be
In a collision,
dangerous. Too late can be catastrophic. And this is where Tesla has invested heavily over the years. Now, there's another area where the Model Y stands out, and it's something many drivers never think about until an emergency happens. Rollover resistance. SUVs naturally sit higher than sedans, which can increase rollover risk. But electric vehicles have a unique advantage. Their battery packs are typically mounted low in the chassis. That means the heaviest component of the vehicle sits close to the ground. The result is a lower center of gravity, and a lower center of gravity generally improves stability during emergency maneuvers. In previous testing, the Model Y demonstrated strong rollover resistance, helping it earn praise from safety experts. If the 2027 version continues this philosophy, it could remain one of the safer SUVs in its class when it comes to maintaining control during sudden evasive actions. But crashworthiness is only part of the story. Avoiding
Reset to
the
pristine
crash in the
condition,
first
our
place
silver
is even
SUV
better.
ready for the road.
And
Inside,
this is
advanced
where
cabin
things
safety
become
features with tire
controversial.
pressure monitoring.
Tesla's
Every detail is engineered for your
advanced driver
security.
assistance technologies generate endless debate online. Supporters point to accident avoidance capabilities. Critics argue that drivers can become overly reliant on automation, regardless of where you stand. Features such as automatic emergency braking, forward collision warning, lane keeping assistance, and blind spot monitoring have become important safety tools across the automotive industry. When used correctly, these systems can help reduce the likelihood or severity of certain collisions. Key phrase there is used correctly. Number. Technology can eliminate risk completely. Driver attention remains critical. And that brings us to a question many viewers may be wondering, what about battery safety? After all, electric vehicle fires tend to generate massive headlines. The reality is often more complicated than social media discussions suggest. Modern EV battery systems are protected by extensive engineering measures designed to minimize the chances of thermal events following a collision. Protective structures, battery management systems, and isolation mechanisms all play a role. In previous Tesla safety evaluations, battery protection has been a major engineering focus. Could a severe impact still damage a battery pack? Of course, any vehicle can experience significant damage in a major collision, but the objective is to prevent that damage from escalating into something worse. And battery protection remains one of the most heavily scrutinized areas of EV development. Now here's something that often surprises people. Some of the most dangerous crashes aren't dramatic high-speed impacts, they're offset collisions. These occur when only part of the front structure strikes an object, concentrating crash forces into a smaller area. Offset crashes are extremely demanding because they test how effectively a vehicle distributes energy around the passenger compartment. Historically, the Model Y has demonstrated strong structural performance in this type of scenario. Maintaining cabin integrity under asymmetric loads is one of the toughest challenges in automotive safety engineering, and it's one reason safety experts pay so much attention to these tests. But there's another side to safety that doesn't get enough attention. What happens after the crash? Can occupants exit the vehicle? Can emergency responders access them quickly? Can critical systems shut down safely? These questions become incredibly important in real-world accidents. Modern vehicles, including Tesla models, incorporate emergency response considerations into their design. High-voltage systems are engineered with safety protocols intended to isolate power during severe impacts, helping reduce risks for both occupants and first responders. Again, these systems are rarely discussed in marketing materials, yet they can make a significant difference when seconds matter. So where does all of this leave the hypothetical 2027 Tesla Model Y? Based on the safety philosophy that has defined previous versions, expectations would be extremely high. The Model Y already built a reputation as one of the strongest performers in modern safety testing. Its combination of structural engineering, large crumple zones, low center of gravity, advanced restraint systems, and crash avoidance technologies created a package that earned widespread attention from safety organizations and consumers alike. But until independent agencies conduct official testing on any future 2027 version, nobody can honestly claim specific ratings or definitive outcomes. And that's an important distinction. Safety should always be based on verified data, not marketing promises or internet speculation. Still, if Tesla continues refining the formula that made earlier Model Y versions so highly regarded, there's every reason to believe safety will remain one of the vehicle's biggest strengths. So, is the 2027 Tesla Model Y safer than ever? Right now, we simply don't have the official evidence to answer that question with certainty. What we do know is that the foundation is already exceptionally strong, and the next evolution of the Model Y will face enormous expectations from both safety experts and everyday drivers. Now I want to hear from you. If you were choosing your next family vehicle, would crash safety be your #1 priority? Or would factors like reliability, range, technology, and price matter more? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and tell me whether you think the future Model Y has what it takes to raise the safety bar once again.